Okay, so let's take a look at exporting IGES files using tables as references, but we're going to use this with Wildcard. So we're going to start off by first looking up what the command requirements are, and you'll notice here that it does require a table with item name, and we can use wildcards for that. We can also optionally use a directory name as the export target, and this is our current working directory, and you can see we don't have any subdirectories in here other than this material files directory. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a directory to write this data into. And the reason we're going to do this is because when you export IGES files, it's going to export log data too with those files. So I don't really want to, plug up my working directory with a bunch of log files. So let's go ahead and put in, let's call this IGES files. And just to improve the automation a little bit here, we're going to do a directory delete just before that create. That's just going to purge things out and make sure we have a fresh write of whatever the data is we're writing out. And next we're going to come in and we're going to actually create our table. So it needs a column title of item name. That's going to be our iterator. In this case, I'm just going to put in b.prt or b-star.prt and c-star.prt. So I'm going to highlight this, use a Control T to create that table. Then we're going to give it a name. We'll call it my table. And this is just the Excel table right now. Then we're just going to reference that in Nitro-CELL by typing in my table for the reference. Now, when I run this, you'll notice that it is going to connect to Creo, and then it is going to execute the contents of our workbook here. And it's going to start off by creating our subfolder and then going through each of those files and writing out those results. So if we clear our memory or clear our session here and then just kind of pull in this IGES file, you'll notice that it's asking us to import this. We're going to import this basket in, and sure enough, there it is. So very powerful capability and very easy to use. And in this particular case, it's just pulling whatever content's in memory and exporting it. But you can also tie that into Power Query for external CSV files or load content out the working directory and do it that way too through a batch process if you wanted to.